Testing, test. Okay, so it's been a little while since I updated, and for sort of good reason. As you can see, the most requested thing that people have been asking for on the Sin Wiki has finally been posted. We finally have an updated tier list by me this time, as well as a speedrun specific tier list by Zindolence. So we're just gonna briefly introduce these two things in this video. I'm not gonna go into like super deep detail. That's gonna be another video when I'm more recovered, because I'm currently sick right now. But I just wanted to let you guys know because I think it'd be really useful for lots of people. So yeah. So if you click in on that, you'll jump straight to the tier list. There are a couple of disclaimers. You can see me here, little Easter egg. A couple of disclaimers you should read if you want to get the most use out of this tier list. So here you can see how the ratings work and like what my thought process was when I put sinners into each one of these ratings. So if we hop over to solo here, on desktop, you can mouse over on my tier list and you'll see the notes that I wrote for each one. This is not intended to be a detailed guide for every sinner. For like a detailed guide, you should click on them and then you'll see like a guide in here for specific details. So this is intended to just be like a quick overview, a little comparison for each sinner. So you can mouse over, have a look at all of the placements, the reasoning for them. And I also have a little team section here, if they'll load. There we go. So for example, you see like weak spot, like what it's good for, like its relative general strength compared to other teams, or the, the random bullshit go, like just all the good sinners you have team. Do note that because we have future sight for the CN server, that we know Yelena is going to come out, and also a couple of new sinners for the 2.5 anniversary that I think will change quite a few placements because they're really strong. They're like LL, they're quite meta defining, but this feels like a really good starting point to me for something that lots of people have been asking for. So I hope you guys enjoy and, have a little read, have a look, and when I'm feeling a little better, when the Lunar New Year rush is over at work, then I'll come back probably after either Pylgia or maybe even Elena comes out. I'll do a proper full tier list video where I go through every single sinner for you guys. But I'll wait until then because I think the meta will get quite a shake up at that point, and then I want to be really sure before I make like a whole 1 hour video about it for you guys. The other tier list that the site released is actually by Zindolence. So it's a pure speedrun tier list. Okay? As you can see in his description, this list only deals with performance in Dark Zone, so Broken Frontlines Dark Zone, because he's a really good speedrunner. He's a really good molder. I'll link his channel in the description. Please check him out. He's it's this information that he's just given to us for free is crazy. And I think even if you're not molding, even if you're not trying to speedrun Broken Frontlines, it's an interesting look into both the game mode as well as the kind of game logic and meta of Path to Nowhere. So for example, some things, as he mentions, there are some sinners that may not have as much value outside of Dark Zone, such as Cab and Enfer, but overall you can get an idea of the amount of burst damage they do, the utility they bring, things like that. So I strongly recommend, even for people who aren't molding, to check out his tier list as well. For his, you gotta click and then you get all of that, which is crazy. And you guys should check out his YouTube as well, because his runs are insane. One of his videos is the reason why I changed my mind about Raven and I increased her rating a little bit on my tier list. So highly recommend it. Check their work out. And Zin, if you're watching this, thanks so much for contributing to the wiki. I really appreciate it and all of the information here. But yeah, so you guys have 2 tier lists to check out, lots of new stuff, new content for you to go through. My tier list, so this comfy tier list will be updated as new sinners arrive. So you can see at the very end, there's not yet tested here. I will not update before the sinner comes on global because I don't have a CN server account and I want to test each new sinner for myself before I put them on this tier list. I don't want to just copy other people's opinions because I feel like if I were to just do that, it'd be stealing their work and their efforts, or maybe later down the line I'm like, fine, you know, I kind of disagree, or we have different priorities. Like let's say like a speedrunner says, oh, this champion, like this sinner sucks, and then I'm like, oh, okay, and then I'll put them like, let's say like B minus or C tier, and then I find out they're actually like really good utility. Like let's say, I don't know, Mr. Fox, right? Mr. Fox doesn't even appear on the speedrun tier list, so I wanted to just figure those things out for myself and really make this tier list my own work. So like whether it's correct or wrong, you know, you can put that responsibility all on me. But yeah, so hopefully this will be useful for the global server as a guideline for new players, for players maybe looking to expand their roster, trying to figure out, oh, maybe who should I build next, who might be interesting, I might need a niche to be filled by like this kind of sinner. So I hope this is useful for you guys. Maybe you'll appreciate some underrated sinners that haven't really seen the spotlight before this. And yeah, so that's it. That's it for today's video. It's like super fast. And hopefully I'll come back as soon as I can with the full guide tier list video where I like talk really in depth about everything. And yeah, I hope you guys have had good polls on VB's run. I hope you guys have good polls in the future for anyone who's going for Pylgia. I'll see you guys super soon. Bye bye.